Welcome back, friends, to another episode of the BigAsp Cornhole podcast. Sean and Dane are with you again.
Yes, we are.
What's up, man?
Yay.
What's
Not
up?
too much. Not too much. Just battling through, the dreaded booster, but yeah, I'm alive. I'm, not sick from it. So,
Well, there we
sweet.
go. All right,
hmm
Dane, let's go ahead and jump ahead to our favorite segment that we call What You Drinking.
What you drinking?
Well, Sean, we gotta, shed the lbs, doing a little weight loss challenge here.
Yeah.
So we're just sipping on straight bourbon. A little Basil Hayden's tonight, folks. Just a little cube in there and swirled around. Enjoy it. Gotta love some bourbon. As
Absolutely.
always, what you drinking? Brought to you by our favorite bag company, Local Bags.
Sure
All
are.
right. We always say it, Pro Blend Resin. Get you some. It is so good feeling in the hand. I mean, every bag is so hole friendly. If you're looking for new bags in your arsenal, check out localbags.com, localbagscompany.com, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed.
Well, Cornhole fans, we have more audio gold planned for you all today. We're going to recap the action from the Asheville ACL Open. We have some bags to review. Up today are 3 series of bags by Flying Dirty Cornhole.
Ooh,
And then we're going to be joined by an ACL rookie who has made quite the splash so far this year, Mr. Noah Almanza. But before we get to all that, we're going to let you know what's going on in our cornhole lives in a segment we call In and Around the Hole.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
brought to you by Airwolf Athletics, helping athletes become the alpha in all aspects of life. And by alpha, I mean, look at my head, king of the castle. All right, go to airwolfathletics.com. If you use code BigAsp, it'll get you 10% off.
All right, if you're listening to this, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to visualize all your bags, okay? Look at that mental picture. Do you see a set of blackjack bags on that arsenal? If you don't, well, you went somewhere wrong in life. So stop what you're doing. Go to blackjackcornhole.com and grab yourself a set. You get free shipping, amazing customer service, so really it's a no-brainer. And you've screwed up in life if you don't have a set. So go to blackjackcornhole.com, grab your set today, and if you use code BIGASP, you're going to save yourself 10%.
Oh, gotta love the savings.
All right, so Dane, did you play it all this week?
I did not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, I just had a busy week back from vacation
Yeah, I
and
got
stuff, and
And league
wasn't able to
hadn't
get
started
out.
back up yet.
Yeah, league starts up this Thursday,
Okay.
so I'm excited for that.
And you're playing with,
TNF,
I have his bags
thank you.
in my trunk.
Yes, I
So
need to
take
grab
them.
them.
Yes,
Yes,
take them.
I will
Okay.
grab them. You
And
heard that here, all right,
Yeah,
Tom. So if
they're
I
in my
forget,
trunk.
now it's my fault.
they're in my trunk. I'm going to hand them to him. I actually played.
Yes, you did.
I
You got
played.
to go out to the regional.
I did. I went to the Cleveland Regional. I did a little commentary, called like kind of towards the ends of advanced doubles and then a good portion of advanced singles. But I figured if I'm going to be there, I might as well play.
Might as
In
well.
doubles, I played advanced doubles with a new and up and coming player. He's only
Mhm.
been around since like Erie last year, right? Since the Erie Open.
Yeah, I mean, he came up a little bit last year, but
Dan Nenendal.
yeah, he's a killer, man.
Dude, he up and coming dude. Like he's such a great partner, and we played well together because we're kind of right at that same level right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he obviously like when I say I don't mean to make it sound like I'm up and coming at all, but like he still had some inconsistent times.
you
We
guys are right
balance
at
each other,
that bit. Like, if you're hot, you're advanced.
but
If you're
he
not
has the
throwing
ability
well, then
to
you're
hit some really
competitive.
awesome shots, and his airmail is on point.
Yeah, and he's a lefty.
and he
What?
throws a listen, and he
Sean.
throws a big. I know, and he throws a big cut shot, and
You owe
it
me a
looks and
Coke.
it's really nice. We ended up throwing WTF tangos. I know he likes a carpet bag typically. I can throw that carpet side, but I thought the boards were just a little bit slow. And I know for myself, if I want to try to get a little bit higher of a PPR, especially if I'm not super comfortable with my airmail yet,
Yeah.
I'm going to go slick side. So I ended up just throwing slick side down of Tango pretty much all day. There's a few opportunities I probably should have flipped it back over, but for the most part, I just stayed slick side down. We bounced out. I think we went 2-2 or 3-2, something like that. We did well. I mean, I was happy. We played more than 2 games. So
Yeah, I got to live vicariously through you, watching you on the live stream from
yeah, we
Cleveland
actually got
Cornhole,
onto the
so-
live stream. The first game we played, we had a nice little comeback. We were down like 13-0.
Yep.
I played. That was probably my best game of the day, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, you just locked in for
Yeah.
like 5 straight rounds and just ripped it. I mean,
And we were down 13-0. I
ripped,
just
like,
kind of
15
yeah
points off
got us
in
right
no
back in.
time,
But
yeah.
Dan kind of found it again, and he was throwing against a local player, Dave Bertolone, who has gotten so much better since
Well,
when
that
we
match
first
you were
started
throwing against
playing.
Rodney, who's like, I mean, the dude
Normally
can be,
he's very
yeah,
good.
he's usually lights out. He just had
Yeah,
a
he had
couple
off
off
game.
rounds against you.
Yeah, and that's really what it was. He started off hot, and we were kind of balancing each other out, and then that was probably my best game. And then I went over to singles. Had the unfortunate luck of drawing Brian Edwards. I think I don't know if I want to say he's a PA guy.
Okay.
I don't
think,
know.
yeah,
He's like right on that PA Ohio
yeah, I
area.
think he's
I
from
know he
there.
throws a lot over like this with the speakeasy guys. I got to call one of his doubles matches on the live stream. The dude is down the middle, and I knew that I was gonna be in trouble because I know he's gonna throw like a high 9
Yeah.
average, for an average match for him. I stayed with him. We played like 13, 14 rounds, which I was happy about. I mean, he kicked the shit out of me. It was like 21-4, 21-5, something like that. But I airmailed well. I thought I was relatively steady. Again, I just don't have the reps that a lot of these guys do anymore.
Yeah, and that's all. That's what it comes down to.
I mean, if I was still playing League every week, then I would expect a little bit more out of myself. But every match I played, I think I averaged over an 8 except for 2, and the 2 matches I didn't were not good, so that really brought my overall PPR down. I think my overall PPR was like 7.94. I know it's not great, and that's like, it's almost embarrassing to say out loud, but like I was happy being like 8.23, you know what I mean, which was like right around where I was at most of my games. I'll take that for right now.
Hey, what's your DPR?
It wasn't good either, so I can't say that either. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's go.
There was other cornhole
There
being
was
played in the world.
there was other. You know, I will say at the ACL, the Cleveland Regional, there were a lot of pros out of town, but I still got to call the Hissner versus Jeff Reynolds match in
Yeah.
both singles and doubles. That was fun.
Both guys, to me, both guys have potential to be top 5 this year in singles, especially the way
I
Jeff's
said
throwing
so.
right
I'm
now.
gonna say it.
Good
I'm gonna say it
God.
again. I said it on the commentary. Jeff Reynolds is gonna make a broadcast this year.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Whether
With
it's
how
in
well he's
doubles
playing.
or singles, I think we're going to see him up
He
there.
ended up getting double dipped by Adam Hissner. And it was just Adam just happened to lock on, and Jeff had some uncharacteristic rounds, like where he actually missed the board the one time.
Yeah.
It's the only time I've ever seen him get frustrated on the boards. But in general, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Jeff and Kevin make
Yeah,
a
not at
broadcast,
all.
or Jeff in singles. I really feel very strongly. He's playing more now than I've ever seen before. Which is a very scary thing, and he found his bag. He really likes playing with the Thunder, and he just doesn't fucking hesitate throwing an airmail, and he's deadly.
Yeah, and it's I mean, it's fun to watch. I mean,
It is.
Jeff's a good
So
dude.
it was cool to watch those caliber of players, and I also got to meet new ACL pro, Canadian and international pro, from Canada.
Canada?
Yeah, Dean Lang. So Dean sat down with me for I think he sat down with me during the competitive singles championship match. Got to pick his brain a little bit. He had been traveling kind of like the last 2 weeks in the U.S., just playing random. He was over like Rock Hill doing some of the blind draws, and he made his way up to Cleveland before he was heading home. So it was nice to meet him. So
Heck yeah.
second Canadian cornhole person I've met in my life.
Who's the first, Sean?
Corn Dog.
Corn Dog. What's up, bud?
What's up, dude? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the
Asheville
ACL.
Open.
Yeah, the ACL Open stuff. It was in Asheville, North Carolina. Pretty stacked field. This field was pretty stacked. It would have had the potential to be monstrous if the wasn't it the Atlantic Conference this weekend? So
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about
Yeah, a
some
lot
heavy
of guys
fucking
were there,
hitters there. In those areas. And the Atlantic Conference is what, Maryland, Virginia, is that it? Maryland,
Yeah, I
Virginia?
think that's that
Maybe
area.
one more. I can't remember, but
You would know better than me.
but
honestly.
I mean that regardless, that is just a deadly
Yeah, oh,
area
yeah.
for cornhole with all that talent. So with that being said, the Asheville Open is still very loaded. So let's go through the Open. Let's start with singles. I think
I mean, I think the whole cornhole world knows
Cheyenne
what
Renner.
went down. Yeah.
Cheyenne Renner pulls it
Congrats,
off.
Cheyenne. Does not surprise me one bit. You've
Her
been throwing lights out.
Her match against Eric Davis, I got to watch, and she was eventually down 20-15, I think it was, and came back, and Eric gave up 6 points in one of the rounds, and
Yeah.
she came back and squeaked it out. I felt like at that point, because I believe that was in the losers bracket, I want to say whoever won that maybe was going to go play for the losers bracket final or something.
Okay.
I just felt like whoever's going to win that match was going to end up winning the bracket. Now, I think standing in their way, I believe, was little Jacob Gore.
Well, yeah.
But I just felt like with their, I guess, level of professionalism and how well, and considering them 2 of the top 10 players, I feel like one of them would have been able to kind of get past him.
Yeah.
But overall, that was an epic match. If you're looking back for, I believe it was on the ACL live stream.
Oh yeah, it was up. It was up.
Oh,
on
no,
it.
actually no. I think it was Cheyenne Renner actually had it on her page.
Oh,
On
she
her
had the
Facebook
live
page.
stream.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, she had the.
Yeah, because I know I watched it.
Yep. So it was a really epic match. She ended up beating out Matt Guy, who again, it's just like he's there.
Yeah.
He's throwing the high PPR. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's gonna win one of these,
Oh yeah.
if not multiple. I mean, it is an open, so I think he would rather probably win a national than an open. I would imagine.
I would imagine.
But
so,
throwing,
yeah.
I mean, throwing this level, I mean, it wasn't the quality of match that he played against Alex Hicks, but you know, Cheyenne Renner is she's showing she's the real deal.
Yeah, and
She's argued. I mean, I think you have to put her in your top 10 right now.
100%. Yeah.
I mean,
Easily,
is she a
yeah.
top 5 player right now?
Dude,
I think
mean, it's
depending on
hard.
the day.
Yeah, it's hard
In
to
singles, it seems like.
it's hard to bet against her, honestly. Yeah.
Let's see who else. You had Jimmy Humans and our future guest Noah Almanza were the other bracket winners. They both tied third. Jimmy Humans, man, again, he's just taking that next step forward. It seems like we said it all last year. He was the guy I voted for breakout player of the year last year. I thought that he did a nice job moving up. It seems like I think sometimes that's the hardest step to make when you kind of put yourself as a top 20 player.
Yeah.
Can he go into that
Get in
top
that top, yeah.
15 to 10 range? He seems like he's doing that.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
think
ready
so.
to make that step.
Then you have Noah Almanza, who,
Man,
I mean, ACL rookie, but this kid has top 10 talent written all over him right now, the way he's throwing.
Yeah, I mean, with how he's going through these opens, it almost seems destined that he's going to be like a top 20 singles player.
And I mean, a national is a different beast, but I mean, dude, these opens,
He's
I think
making
they're
people
even
notice.
longer, man. Yeah.
He's making people notice for sure. Yeah, throws a really nice bag. Really angle. He can hit a nice cut shot. Angles his bag a lot.
He's the kind of thrower that
Psycho.
when you
I
face
think
him,
he was throwing Psycho, or I think maybe Psycho X. He was throwing at for the match. But yeah, I saw his match against Josh Holland.
yeah,
That was a match for me that I'm like, stylistically they play so similar. I thought for sure that game ended up lasting well over 20 rounds.
yeah. But my thing was with Noah is like a bag's never out of play for the kid.
No.
He can grab anything and bring it into the hole. So like he's so hard to defend against because he can dance a bag any which way, and he doesn't do it with the roll all the time. Or like, I mean, he has a roll bag, but you'd never really see him throw it that often.
Yeah, I thought it was nice to see Josh Holland play a little bit better. His dad's actually been playing better of the two Holland brothers recently, so Josh
Brothers,
kind of.
you said his dad and the Holland brothers.
No, they're.
I know,
so.
but you said the Holland brothers.
Did I really? Whatever. You know, his fucking dad's amazing looking. In third place, or because he took second in his bracket,
Yeah.
along with Jordan Power, Brevin Valdivia, and Jacob Gore. Again, if you look at the names just in the top 8 right there, some star power. Brevin Valdivia is nice to see. Now 2-0 gravity players up there.
Yep.
Brevin Valdivia, I know I had some questions about.
Him throwing carpet.
Yeah, was he going to be able to make that switch? I know he had primarily thrown widows, but it's a bigger adjustment. He told us on the live stream that he actually preferred to throw carpet bags.
Honestly, he throws the bag hard.
He won their conference.
So it makes sense to me.
He won
yeah.
the conference event out in the West. So it's nice to see him kind of continue as, again, he was one of those players last year. Started off the season really hot. He's a top 15 player. We had Trey on and we asked him the question, is Brevin Valdivia a top 15 player? Trey, I'll give him credit, nailed it on the head. He's like, I see him as more of like a top 30 player.
Yeah.
I think that's right around where Brevin finished last year.
Yeah.
But he has the potential to go very far.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's see. Storm Hogg, Jamie Graham, Austin Schlobaum, and Megan Moppin all tied for third.
Heck yeah. I mean, dude, star-studded finals throughout this whole thing. I mean,
2 women's names, rookie ACL people that they need to make sure that they notice are women
Yes.
who, again, who have the skills to go far in a singles event. Megan Moppin and Connie
Altice.
Altice.
Yeah. 100% agree.
Yeah. I mean, those two are lights out.
Yeah, it was nice to see Moppin like just ripping this
Because I
weekend.
think even Connie tied 5th for a bracket.
Yeah, she had a nice showing
Yeah.
too. And then moving on to doubles, we had
Yes, sir.
another big victory for someone they weren't necessarily expecting, with Gore teaming up with Birchfield, taking down the guys. I mean,
Listen, Jacob Gore was one of the best players all weekend.
yeah, I mean,
I know he was right up there in PPR. The little dude's just nasty, man.
yeah,
Like
he can stroke.
and he can play with different bags. Doubles, he was playing Surefire. Singles, he was going back to BG bags.
Yeah. And let's not sell the guy's performance short either, because I mean Matt Guy put on a weekend.
Brett Guy
I mean,
just was off.
Yeah, Brett Guy didn't have his best game, but I'm telling you what, I mean Matt took the weekend in my mind.
Yeah.
For best, and then Jacob was probably number 2, just
Well,
because.
Have you even seen it yet?
What the
music video?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I saw the music
so,
video.
Guy Nation released their newest music video. It was an original song, and yours truly, we're actually
We made the
we made
cut.
the cut. We made the cut. We're actually in the music video, so that's pretty cool. So, Matt, Brett, if you happen to listen to this, thank you very much for asking us to record a little snippet. It was a lot of fun. It was a while ago. Yeah, they really took their time, but I mean, they had hundreds of people participate in this.
Oh
It was
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, it was awesome. It was fun to see.
Very cool. All right, so we got doubles action. Let's see. So Humans and Cobb, man, they're a team that again they have all the potential in the world. I feel like this. I want to see consistency from them. They have the potential to win their bracket at a national, or I feel like something could go wrong, board conditions, something, and then they could go like 0-2.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see them be very consistent because they've been a little, up and down so far this year, but they have the talent to be there.
Yeah, 100%. And like we keep talking about Humans consistency.
Yeah.
I think we need to see it from Cobb a little bit more to
Yeah.
get over that hump. And
I think
like
Jimmy
it's nothing
put
against
himself in a
Cobb. He's
place
a
where
phenomenal thrower.
If you put Jimmy up against any of the top 10 throwers in the world, you're confident he's going to hold his end down.
Yeah.
Tyler has the same potential. I think I was the one talking about Cobb before anyone else was last year.
Yeah.
Huge fan of his game. Again, it's just a consistency thing. You know what I mean? He has to. To me, it's a confidence thing.
100%.
He needs to realize that like I'm talented. Like I'm no longer a first year player. I've been here, done that. I've played against all the best players in the world. Just go out and stroke.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he's a top 30 talent
Yeah.
in my mind. He just got to realize it. And when you're paired up with a top 10 talent, in my opinion, like Jimmy Humans, I mean, you guys should be finishing top 5 for doubles easily.
And listen, Humans and Cobb showed me something when they made a comeback against Graham and Power. Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie Graham tried this really. Did you watch the match? He tried this
I
really weird.
I only saw like bits and pieces of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
Graham and Power lost the round, so it's going to be Humans. Or Power gave up points, so to Cobb. So it was going to be Humans throw.
Yeah.
Jamie Graham tried to call timeout.
Can't do that.
Can't because technically it's not your turn.
Yeah.
So Humans takes his little pause, whatever, strokes it down the middle. Then Jamie calls a timeout, and he uses the entire time, because the game was at 20-20 at that point.
Yeah.
So Jamie trying to play a little mental game, well, it backfired because then his first bag missed wide left, and then Humans 4-bagged him for the win.
That's all it took.
Now, somebody reached out, or I saw it on the live stream. Somebody was asking Trey, is there anything going to be done? Because if you watch the whole match through the live stream, it'll show Jamie Graham goes over to the board, picks up their bags, and like just starts chucking them like off the side. I took it as it was Jamie Graham's way of being funny. Like he was just messing with them.
I mean,
he didn't fucking stand up and like throw him all the
Yeah.
way across. He just like tossed him to the chair that was like closest by. Like he's fucking with them a little bit. I get it. Like he's a little bit mad. I didn't take any like ill intent with it at all.
No, I mean, again, he didn't like pick it up and chuck it across the room. So I mean, these guys know each other. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm
they're
saying.
at
I think
events
they're
all the
buddies.
time,
Yeah. So that's what it was. And I think he was just, a little bit frustrated, but at the same time, he's like, fuck these guys. And it'd be something I would do to you.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we do it to each other all the time.
Or like, if you scored the last round, when you go to pick up a bag, I might knock one of your bags off.
Yeah, you push them
You know
down
what I mean?
the
Just,
front of the board.
just friendly fuckery. Yeah, that's how I took it.
Friendly fuckery.
So I just thought that was an interesting. Other teams I was impressed with: Josh Leland and Corey Gilbert. Gilbert, I don't know if he ended up, but was at one point leading the pack in PPR. Dude just is really, really fucking good. Again, he's one of those ACL rookies. He was one of the 2 guys that won undefeated in the qualifier last year. He's another one. He might come out of left field and make a big splash early. He's going to be somebody that you don't predict, right, to make that run yet. You know what I mean? You're still, maybe he's a year away, and then he's going to make it all the way to like the semifinals and knock off like 2 guys that, people might have expected.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does he have the game to go all the way? I don't know. I think that maybe time will tell. I think maybe he's a national or 2 away from us really knowing that, but he's super talented. So
yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see. We see all these guys do great in opens, and then sometimes they get into nationals, and it just doesn't translate. So we'll just have to see.
All right, you want to go to the bag review?
Yeah, let's do it. bag review.
And you feel it, and it feels like a bag of sand.
And this bag review is brought to you by Bagsboard, the maker of the original Cornhole bag backpack. Now we're offering you a build-your-own feature that has over 10,000 combinations to choose from. Need patches to go on that sweet-ass bag? Bagsboard has some of the best around. Visit bagsboard.com and grab yours today. All right, so today we have 3 series of bags by Flying Dirty Cornhole. I love their logo.
Trying to get you flying dirty.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I thought I liked the font that they use for Flying
Yeah,
Dirty.
no,
It just kind of the whole thing just kind of works.
Yeah, it's cool.
So they kind of caught my eye originally on Instagram, and then I saw that they're revamping their page and they moved over to Facebook. But we got talking, and I said, I'm like, hey, let us try out your stuff and see how they work. They're not ACL stamped. They're a newer company, really getting ready to ramp things up. So, you want to start with the middle one? I guess that makes the most sense, right?
Yeah, the OG. Yeah, we can
All right.
let the OG rip.
So this first bag is Flying Dirty. This is like what they consider the OG. It is a
Are these treated in any way?
no, they're not.
That's nice. They feel nice.
So this is pretty standard bag. It's I'm 99% sure that it's the same material on both sides. It's basically like slide right material on both sides.
I mean,
Rounded
if they're
template.
not, they play the same speed.
Yeah.
So
Rounded template, non-universal fill. It is broken down, so it feels nice in your hand.
it's very it's like I don't want to say watery. It's just it's so nice broken in that it's just like, I mean,
It feels good in your
two
hand when you hold
familiar
it.
sides on it. It just feels nice in your hand.
It does, yeah. Like there's no contrasting textures.
Yeah.
It's gonna fuck you up. So we know this material is gonna play like a 7.
Yeah, I think both sides are going to be
super
same
humid
thing.
conditions. It can play a 5, and super fast conditions can play up to an 8. So I mean, there is some variability to it. But we know that this breaks down very nicely.
Yep.
I mean, this is the ever popular material that's used on like the all slide.
Yeah.
That you see, tons of pros playing with. So it breaks down, and it's a really, really great material. You're just not going to have that slick side. And
Yeah,
again,
to really
this is
push
like
through.
this is the first bag that they made.
Yeah, and
that
it's
they were, like,
impressive,
releasing.
man. I really like the fill. The fill in it feels really nice.
The fill in it, the whole template itself, the seam work around it's
Yeah.
very nice. So for like their first bag that they're coming out with, I thought it was really good.
And this is like a dual colored bag, and like it's so the sewing's
sweet.
very precise
Yeah,
around it.
looks nice.
It's very even, because sometimes you get those dual colored bags and like you'll have like a little more of the backing showing on the top side.
Yep.
But no, these are cut perfectly. Great craftsmanship.
Yeah, rounded template.
Yeah, and it's got a very the closing seems really high up on that bag too.
It is.
Like real high up.
So if you're gonna go design score, what'd you think?
Design for me, I mean, I obviously love the color scheme, little black and orange,
yeah.
and the skull and crossbones with like the graffiti on the backside. I dig it, man. I'm gonna give me a flat 90 on it. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pretty high too. It's really the skull and crossbone. All right, cool. Like that's fine. I think really what makes it for me is the font that they picked for Flying Dirty. I think it just fits really well with the name of it. It just seems like it's like the perfect font for it.
I believe that's Subway Series Paris.
Oh, okay.
I believe from
Oh, is that what it
from
is?
Adobe.
No, it's nice though. I mean, I'm gonna give it an 85. Solid.
Heck yeah. Performance for me. Since I mean we're so used to throwing bags that have a stick and a slick side, or
Yeah.
like a control and a fast side, it was weird having a bag that was neutral speeds on each side.
Yeah.
That being said, it is very hole forgiving, and when you find that speed and you start stroking with it, I mean, not much is gonna go wrong. So I'm gonna give this bag a 74.
I'm gonna go just a touch lower. Again, I'm everything you just said. I just feel like it's not. This would be a great bag for. I would have this and use it outside
All
the
day.
time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like if I had friends come over, this is the perfect like starter bag for
Yeah,
somebody
absolutely.
that's just starting to get into the game, and you don't want them to have like a suede material.
Yeah, but it teaches you how to control
Correct.
the speed.
I think
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
good one.
great feeling bag. I'm gonna go flat 70.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to what do you want to do? You want to do? Let's do this
Yeah,
one.
we could do the
Let's do super
Slipstream.
All right, so Slipstream, it is slightly different template. I mean, it was similar. This is just a touch more square.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not as broken down
No,
as the
Same fill though.
Yeah, same fill that's in it. So non-universal, but
Carpet bag.
it's got this like carpet-esque material on it. It does play a little faster than most of the carpets we've handled.
So, I was surprisingly fast.
Yeah.
What I'm going to be interested is as this bag really breaks down and on like really sticky boards, I think this will slow down. But on fast boards, this shit moves.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it really
I
does.
have a feeling that this stuff, like, I mean, to me, it has a very like couch-esque texture to it.
Correct.
Kind of like that, like 90s sofa
Very
texture
like a
to it. Yeah, upholstery to it. Which is not a bad thing.
No.
It's going to take a little bit longer to break in.
Correct.
And I would maybe suggest treating this fabric to
Like,
break it in.
Feels thick.
Yeah, yeah. You might have to actually like. I wouldn't boil it. I would
I worry about
wash it.
how much this is actually going to break in though.
Oh, it'll take some time, but every fabric will break down eventually.
And then you have the stand on the slick side is the standard like slide right material. All right,
Yeah.
so that's 7 speed. The slow side is where there's some variability. I want to say it's like a 5.
This isn't like I thought this was like game changer on this fast side.
Is it? I'm sorry. Did
I think it
look
is
at
game changer on.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not. Okay.
No, it's not. No, it's slide
Eyes
right.
are playing tricks on me.
The slow side is different. I want to say I'll call if I had to give it an average number, I'll call it a 5.
Yeah, I think like it's when it's not broken in, I put it at 6.5 range.
Yeah.
But you can still hit the cut shot. Fresh out of the box, like since it is so rigid, I mean, it can really cut on you. Just because like it hits and it's like kind of just sticking the side of a knife
Yeah.
into the board and like kicking over. But all in all, like I can see the potential in this bag once it's fully broken down. So it doesn't like deter me from it. It's a well made bag. I quite liked it.
Now design for this, we got a little custom set here.
That we
He
did.
dropped Flying Dirty at the top, and then Berea, Ohio, which is our hometown.
Yep, little
Little
440.
440 with a little picture of Ohio at the bottom
OH.
and a crest. IO.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, near and dear to
And
our
it's
hearts.
brown and orange.
Brown and orange.
So,
I mean, the
go
guy. I mean,
brownies.
listen. If you're gonna try to get bonus points and you're
You
gonna suck
did
up to us,
it.
you're gonna get bonus points on the score. So because it's beautiful colors, it's got all of our home stuff. It's just clean looking. Like
Yeah.
it didn't try to get too busy. I'm gonna give it a 95.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 92.
Okay.
All right.
Performance, man.
Get that.
This was. I love the look of it. It's probably my least favorite out of all of them. I'm gonna go 64. It's not the worst carpet bag I've ever done. It's just I don't know enough about the slow side yet.
Yeah, I mean for me,
It just wasn't a great material for my throw. Now if you, it just felt different.
yeah, and like I mean for me, I tend to like carpet a little bit more, and you got to focus on throwing it flat, especially when
Yeah, correct.
that slow side's not broken in. But that being said, it is like I see its potential. I know it's going to break down nicely, and once it's broken down, it's going to move into that 5.4 range, which
If it
is
had a faster
nice
slick
speed.
side, I would like it more. I just like
yeah. You want
I
something
want something
that's
a little
yeah.
bit more fast.
And honestly, I think a faster slick side might actually make it break in a little faster
Yeah.
too. But all in all, like I'm still gonna give this. I'll give this one a 78.
Okay.
I see the potential in it. I just like the fill, and it's a good. It feels good in your hand.
All right. So the last one we have is called the Dead Stick.
The dead.
I like
Stick.
this one.
I do too. It's fresh out of the box. It's much more hole friendly than the Slipstream.
Yeah.
And this
It almost
is
feels like you could play this today.
Oh yeah,
It'll
yeah,
be
you can
alright.
play with this guy. To me, it's more of a traditional carpet
Yeah.
on this one. But this carpet is more. It's more in that 3-4 range.
We were racking our brains, and I'm trying to think of what.
Yeah, we
freaking
were
bag.
trying to remember which one it is. I mean, is it like was it like Revolution from Local? Might have had something like similar
this,
to
yeah.
this. Yeah, so I mean, it feels familiar. I just can't quite peg. Like maybe like Nola had a bag that came out similar to this too.
What-
Like
it's not. Is similar? Is that similar to the no? It's not the Gator.
the
'Cause
Gator was a
is
little
almost
bigger
like that
weave.
burlap. Yeah. But it's I can't put
feels
my
nice,
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It's almost like a cross between like BG and that like Big Daddy crossover carpet that we
yes.
keep feeling.
That's a perfect
Yeah,
guess. I
it's like
that a
right
lot,
in
yes.
between those two. But no, it feels really, really nice, and it's paired with a slick side that we were again racking our brains trying to figure it out. To me, it's kind of I almost felt like it was like the slow side of the old like Razor Alpha bag. which they have since changed. But what did you think it was?
I thought it was the same as the triple threat
The
from
triple threat,
Baghdadi.
which that could be too. It very well could be the triple threat, which now that I look at it in the light and the light's hitting I think it is triple threat.
Which I like. It's like an 8.
Yeah, it's a good speed. It's at that 8-9 range, but it's
Yeah.
very hole forgiving.
Yeah.
And this carpet, man, fresh out of the box, it's slinky. It's a
It is.
good bag. It feels a little more full than the OG for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just the fabrics kind of staying a little tighter together. Good rounded template.
Yep.
It's it feels like it plays like big for a carpet bag.
It does, yeah. I mean, it feels comfortable in my
Yeah.
hand. Like
Yes.
I threw this pretty well, so I like this one. This was my favorite out of the bunch.
Yeah, it's actually my favorite as well. So for design score for me, I dig it. It's black and white, but primarily white, which I really like on a board.
Love.
Yeah, and
white bags. I don't know what it is.
I think the finish is cool. It's got these like subtle skulls in the background. Almost look like paint spatter. So to
But
me,
it matches the carpet. which is
exactly,
what I like.
yeah, which is really cool. So I'm gonna
carpet
give
matches
this
the
one.
drapes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 90 on the design.
Oh yeah, for design, I thought because the carpet is black and white, and then you have the black and white design up top, I thought it was really, really well done. I'm gonna go. I mean, a little bit lower than our custom bags, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna go 90. It's really nice. I did
Yep.
like the design.
Performance for me, I really like this one. I'm gonna give this one an 87. I was a big fan.
All right, and again, this is for me. It's carpet bags, right? Like so,
Yeah.
I did like it more than the OG. Again, it has a nice slick side to it. I'm gonna go higher than the OG, but again, it's carpet. It's not like there's a bunch of other bags I'm gonna grab first to throw if I was playing singles, and I guess that's the way I always rate
Yeah.
bags. So I'm gonna go with a 76.
Yeah, I mean that's
So it's not
good
bad.
for
I mean,
you for
I did
carpet.
like it. I did like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean I just went so high because like to me if I like these aren't stamped like we were saying, but
Yeah.
dude, if I have friends over or something, that's gonna be dude. I would wreck people with that bag in the backyard.
How great is my
And-
shirt, by the way?
Dude, your shirt is pretty sexy.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just
Gotta
excited
love,
to throw it
blue
out there.
flamingos.
Yeah, just
Just
throw it out
wanted
there.
to
Sorry.
draw blue ducks.
That's kinda weird.
Never saw a blue duck.
Yeah, you know. All right, so yeah, I think we are ready for
Do we have shout out like where to find them? Is it
Yeah, you can find Flying Dirty Cornhole on Facebook. It's the best way to find them right now.
okay?
Yep, and I believe that they're setting up a website or something. But if they have a website, I'll attach it to the show notes. But you can, make sure you go follow and like Flying Dirty Cornhole on Facebook.
Oh yeah, they got good
Go and
products.
cue that rap horn. Reach us at Instagram and Twitter at BigAsp Cornhole.
And Facebook at Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Thanks again to our sponsors. Visit airwolfathletics.com for all your cornhole swag. Be sure to use code BIGASP to get yourself 10% off. And localbagcompany.com for the best bags in the business.
Bagsport.com for the sexiest backpacks and patches in the game. And Blackjack Cornhole for the sexiest bags around. Code BIGASP can save you 10%. Patreon. We know we keep mentioning it. If you're a listener of the show and you'd like to support us anyway, for the cost of a beer a month, $5, $10 if you really like us, $20 if you want to be our best friends. You can join our account. It's posted in the show notes. It's basically a community where we ask questions. We want opinions on everything. You get early access to the video portions of the show. Bag giveaways. I mean, speaking of that, the bags are going out tomorrow, right?
They are going
Bags
out
are going out tomorrow, all of them. All right, so all the fire bags that I reached out to people with. There was a set of Toss Tech bags that we're giving out. We're going to be doing a giveaway later on for 2 of the sets for the Flying Dirty sets. So there's plenty of bags to be going out. So
Yeah.
they'll be going out all tomorrow. I did want to ask. One person asked, "Hey, where can I buy one of your guys' sweatshirts?" There's a few of them wandering around the Cleveland regional this past weekend. If you go to instinctsports.com/bigasp, you'll have all of our apparel
All of our gear
stuff,
sitting right there.
all of our apparel stuff. If you still can't find it, just message us. I'll send you the link.
Did you shout out our newest Patreon member?
I've not yet.
All
Yeah,
right, so-
yeah. Go ahead.
Newest
Newest
Patreon
member.
member, Derek Coleman.
Boom.
And we have a correction from last week. My apologies, Mr. Brian Bach.
Bach,
Sean got in my
yes.
head about how to pronounce your name, and you called me out on Messenger, and here I am. This crow tastes delicious. It's Brian Bach. Thank you, sir, for joining Patreon. We love you.
So I'm just checking something real quick.
And I know we're gearing up for Best of Bags bracket. So we're obviously going to be using the Patreon heavily to see what we're going to be doing for that. And then I think we're going to post some stuff up on Facebook. But if you want to be involved in the bag bracket process, especially picking the bags, we're going to primarily be using that in the Patreon page. So
Yep.
if you want to be a part of it, man, $5 a month. I mean, it means the world to us, and you're only supporting us to keep doing what we're doing.
And Derek Holm is also going to be a proud new owner of the local Hustler X bags before they're even released.
Yeet.
Because he reached out. He's like, "Do you know when they're releasing them? Like, I kind of want to try them. Like, do you want a set?
Boom.
You can have ours.
There you go. Dunzo.
That's how we do it.
It's that
You're a new
simple.
member of our Patreon crew. We take care of you. So consider joining us. It's patreon.com/BigAsp Cornhole. And stay tuned now as we're going to be joined by ACL rookie, a guy that's making quite a splash this year. He's already won an open event, won his bracket the last one, Mr. Noah Almanza,
Heck
Ohio
yeah.
boy.
Ohio boy. Hell yeah.
All right. Well, as always, we hope you throw it straight, and it's nothing but four baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.
This interview is brought to you by Cornhole Solutions. Do you have a cornhole question? Find your answer at cornholesolutions.com. They have everything you could possibly need with involving cornhole. I mean, score towers, boards, bags, anything.
I played on their boards all weekend.
No, their boards are
Perfect.
phenomenal, and I'm telling you,
Play
like,
true.
yeah,
Great.
you got to use them. I know my my blackjack set is Cornhole Solutions as well, and I'm telling you, those things stand the test of time. So if you're looking for a new set of boards, man, hit up cornholesolutions.com. You won't be disappointed.
Discount code to follow soon.
Yee.
Welcome back to the BigAsp Cornhole podcast, where we are now joined by ACL rookie, a man who is making quite a splash early this season, Mr. Noah Almanza. What's going on, man?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing well, man. Just sitting here enjoying. I get to get out of the house on Tuesday nights to record and talk to cool people like you, so it's pretty good. Can't complain. And you
Yeah,
are
thank-
currently you're chilling out in like Columbus, right?
Yes.
You're at-
Ohio State, yes.
All right. So what year are you at Ohio State?
I am a second year currently.
And what are we studying at Ohio State diligently?
I'm going into accounting.
Okay. How is it so far?
Good, very boring.
Yeah.
The classes are good though.
How's the school life? Like, do you like? Was it like Ohio State a good pick for you?
Yeah, like I've always liked Ohio State, and like watching him growing up was just like super cool, and actually being able to go here is just cool.
Did you go to any of the games this year? The football games?
I went to one, which was the
Okay.
Penn State game.
That's,
Oh,
I mean, that's a good one to
game
go
to
to.
hit.
That's a
Yeah.
good one to go to. All right, all right. And are you like in the Greek life or anything like that while you're in school?
I live in a fraternity house, but I'm not actually like in the fraternity.
I got you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I
And
just room.
you kick their ass at cornhole all the time?
Yeah, we had like one of the first weeks here, we had a fraternity and sorority cornhole tournament.
Did they know that you were really good?
Yeah, like my buddies were like, yeah, he's real good, he's a professional, and
Okay.
I ended up winning it. But
And they still let you play?
yeah,
So look, they still let the pros play even
Okay,
at the
so
college level.
The
all right?
question all the guys want to know is like being good at cornhole. Does it help with the ladies or?
not really. I have a girlfriend anyway, so
It's all right. I mean, listen, you just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu. That's all I'm saying.
You're so
So-
lucky your wife does not listen to
Yeah,
this.
I know, right?
I can just feel her slap come through the
Oh,
microphone.
yeah, I get brave when I'm not home. So, so tell us a little bit. How did you first get involved playing and stuff?
around about 10 years ago, my dad like started playing,
Okay.
and I just wanted to try it out as well, and I just practiced with him and go to every tournament that he did.
Would you
I
go to
just-
like? Would you hit up like blind draws back in the day with them and stuff?
Um, obviously not right away because I wasn't really very good. I just bring somebody else down. But like as I started getting older, then I started playing as much as I could, like with him or any blind draws that I could find.
No, it was. I mean, obviously, because your dad was a pretty good thrower.
Mhm.
I remember the first time I ever saw you guys was on an ESPN broadcast, 2019 World Championships. You guys played in the competitive doubles championship, right?
Mhm.
So he was obviously a pretty good thrower himself. So do you feel like that helped you being able to throw against somebody that's pretty high caliber thrower as well?
Yeah, and I think it was good for me because all the lights and helped me with pressure and like going forward with that.
How old were you on that broadcast?
I probably was 17 or 18.
Okay, all right, okay. So he doesn't play as much anymore, but you're playing all the time. When do
Mhm.
you? Was it after then that you started feeling like I got this cornhole thing down? Like I feel like I'm rolling now. Like I just got better.
Yeah, like I played competitively before that, but I never really traveled out of Ohio.
Okay,
But after that, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna start traveling more and taking it way more serious.
okay.
And
What part of Ohio are you out of?
Northwest,
Okay,
it's
like by Toledo, or
yeah, kind of like close to there. Yeah, I'm
okay.
like
So
like
Okay.
45 minutes away.
do you go to Michigan a lot to play then in their regionals?
Yes, I try to as much when I'm home.
Okay, all right, because they have a pretty good crew out there. I know, like
Mhm.
right along the
Yeah.
border. So like you're throwing against some pretty good talent then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, good
I
stuff.
mean, it's a hotbed for cornhole over there too.
Yeah.
Has
So
been for a while.
when did you make the decision that you wanted to try to be an ACL pro? Like what went into that decision?
Um, Probably about a year ago
Okay.
because obviously the pro qualifier was coming up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to practice a little more, and if I wasn't really upset if I didn't make it as a pro
Were
because I'm
you
like,
did you
okay,
qualify through the qualifier then?
yes,
What was your record?
I went 7-1.
Ooh, wow. Who did you lose to?
Clayton Robertson,
Oh, okay. All right. So very good player. Okay.
yeah, he did real good.
Yeah, he's really good. And he's also an ACL pro this year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So obviously you've been on a tear. I mean, early on, even in the season. I mean, how surprised were you that you won an open event? I mean, this early on.
Oh, I was real surprised. I did not personally think I was gonna win. I'm
Listen, I
like,
mean, I get it,
I
but I
had a
mean,
little confidence, but I'm like, oh yeah, there's all these great players here, and I have to be on all day to keep up with them.
and you was it Matt Guy in the finals?
I beat Brandon Bobilia.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, that's who it was. Okay, did you have
He
to?
beat Matt the round
He
before.
beat Matt. Okay, that round. Okay, yeah. I mean, and Brandon's another old school guy. Was he on the same broadcast that you were in advanced
Um,
doubles?
no, that was a couple of years before.
Was it a couple years before? Okay, because I know he's also no no stranger from like the ESPN lights and stuff. So
Yeah.
good stuff. So what was the experience? Your first open, you're in the finals. Like what's going through your head? First of all,
Um,
you have to be honest. Were you a little happy that we weren't thrown against Matt Guy?
Kind of, yeah.
All right, you can be honest. All right, I would be too. I'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm rooting against for the other guy because I mean, it's got to be a little bit nerve wracking if you're playing against Matt. If his name does do
yeah. Like
something.
I'm real good friends with Brandon, anyways.
Okay,
Like we've hung out for a couple of years, and we like go to tournaments together. We're always hanging out, so I
okay,
felt more comfortable playing with him,
I
like playing
gotcha.
against him, than obviously playing Matt, how he's throwing lately. So
Okay. Now, how much did you feel like you automatically got recognition after you won this first national? Like, do people or the first open? Like, do you feel like people are like they know your name now a little bit more than they maybe did before?
oh yeah, people know know me a lot more now than what they did at the beginning of the season.
I
Do you
don't.
get tougher matches now?
Um,
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like you're getting everyone's best now because like they know like, all right, this kid's really good?
yeah, everybody still throws real good.
I don't know if anyone told you this, but when we went over our little ACL Open Cincinnati preview, you were actually one of my picks
Mhm.
to finish in singles. So you made me look like a very smart man. Very smart. So thank you
Oh
for
yeah,
that. Appreciate it.
Okay.
we had seen you at a few like
Yeah,
regionals
lucky
and
enough to see you around
conference
here.
events
And
and stuff like that enough to know that you were kind of a up and coming player.
well, whenever you can get Eric Anderson to gush about you as a player,
Yeah.
I mean, you better be pretty damn. You're going to be pretty damn good. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's a big supporter of yours, and we've been watching you close, man. I mean, you might have the highest revolution bag I've seen.
It's
Like, I mean, out of anyone. Do you know how many RPMs that bad boy spins?
No, not even close.
We need to measure it.
Let me ask you. So you're an ACL rookie. You're coming in, and then the ACL started like this team event this year, right?
Mhm.
Where did you think you were going to get drafted? Honestly,
Um, I knew people probably wouldn't have taken the big jump and got me in the first round just because I won an open. They're like, oh, maybe this is a one-time thing. So I was probably thinking second to third round.
okay. So you're expecting to be a second, third round.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I
I
mean,
like the confidence because you're one of the first ones that, like, because let's be honest, you're not like a household name in
well, this one,
cornhole
dude.
yet.
Like,
Yeah,
I think talent
yeah.
wise, you're there. I just didn't know if enough of them, the guys that were drafting, knew how good of a player you were to take you as early as they did. So, I think I was surprised, but I was happy to see your name go that fast. Now, you signed with Ultra Cornhole this year.
Yes.
Did you throw Ultra bags before this year?
Not really. No, I threw a little bit of like everything. I threw
Okay.
carpet, I threw game changers, I threw basically everything.
And you throw a little bit of everything from Ultra too, it seems like, right? Because this
Yeah,
last one, were you throwing Psycho X this past week?
the regular
Was it
psychos.
regular Psychos? Or were the boards
I,
playing slow?
um, like medium speed.
All
But
right.
I usually throw my Viper C's that I won in Cincinnati with, but they just weren't feeling right, so I just threw the psychos instead.
Because Psychos are pretty fast bag, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. You typically like something just a little bit slower though?
yeah, like a medium to like slow speed.
All right. Well, obviously you can throw whatever because I mean they both worked.
Yeah.
So your doubles partner this year, Dave Morse, another Ohio guy or originally an Ohio guy. Have you guys kind of locked in on a bag that you guys feel comfortable throwing together?
Um. Yes, we after this open in Asheville, we decided to stay with the Viper Bees.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that's a pretty slow bag. I mean, it's basically a carpet bag almost.
Yeah.
We haven't reviewed them on the show yet, but I've been throwing them a little bit, and they're surprisingly slow.
Yeah.
But still, you can still get that Viper hole friendliness, which is nice.
Yeah. That's what I like.
And what did you guys do this past weekend? Was it like tied fifth or seventh or something like that in your bracket?
Mm,
Right around there?
I think seventh. I think we tied for
Was it
seventh.
seventh? Okay. I thought I remember seeing your guys' names. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going to be a sneaky team. I think with doubles. I think you guys, as long as the chemistry is there, and you guys, I'm assuming, knew each other before all this, right?
Yes. Yes.
So how did that partnership first come about?
Um, we started talking before the Spencer McKenzie's tournament,
Okay.
California. Then he needed a partner for that, like the day before, and he asked me. So I was like, "Sure, I'll go." And
Man,
I
to be
flew
young,
out. And we did play very good.
it's all right. You still got to go to California playing the biggest cornhole tournament in the world, so that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Talk about going from not traveling to traveling for cornhole. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you got yourself a good pro partner because Dave's one of our favorite people.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's actually from our neck of the woods out here in Cleveland.
I think he's from
originally.
Rocky River
I
originally.
think he's like Westlake, I think.
Somewhere
I
right
think that's
around
where
there.
he
It's the
went to high
same,
school, but
basically
still.
the same thing. All right, so let's
Basically
go.
the same.
Let's go ahead and there's some listener questions here, which I think are pretty interesting. So Josh Zeller wants to know, what's your biggest piece of advice for like the average player trying to improve? Like, what do you tell your college buddies like when you're trying to help them out?
Just try to focus on getting the same bag, like release point, like every single time,
Okay.
and just focus on that. And once you have it down, just to keep on practicing like that and doing it in game situations instead of switching it and just doing it in practice.
What is your practice routine like? Like, do you
Uh,
like to throw against other people, or are you more of like, I like the solo independent practice?
um, I I rarely practice now, but if I do practice, I just practice with my buddies here,
Okay.
like one on one, or
So you're
they
saying
can.
you just went to the open without any practice and you won your bracket?
Yeah,
All right, hey,
I
listen. I mean,
There's,
I
there's so
rarely
much
practice.
disdain in Sean's voice
he's
when he
putting
said that.
everyone on notice right now. I'm just saying that's
I
impressive.
rarely practice.
That's impressive. All right, I like it. All right. I like it.
I probably should start practicing more, but
That's all right. You got time.
yeah,
First nationals, what, a month away, something like that. Still, so you're fine.
yeah.
You're good. You're good.
I have a question from Derek Coleman. He was asking, as a rookie, what's your goals that you set for yourself this season?
Probably to win Rookie of the Year, but even more important is to win a national, whether it's singles, doubles, both.
Okay.
I love that you're
Just
not
to
just
do
settling
do
for like, oh, I want to be top 30. Like, no, you're actually going after it.
Dude,
So
I like the
that's
rookie
cool.
of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the year is a
You
good
guys,
one.
you have a stacked rookie class again. I mean, there's a lot of talent in this.
Oh yeah.
All right, because you would. I mean, you would have been a dark horse before the season started, before like rookie of the year. But now, I mean, if you look at everything, I think you right now you'd have to be the front runner. I would assume,
I mean, yeah, my opinion, yeah. Who else would take it?
based on just open performances.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Moppin, maybe. I don't know.
Moppin would be near
maybe
there.
Gilbert.
I don't know. I think
Maybe Derek Collins. Derek Collins.
Yeah,
been playing
Derek
pretty well,
Collins been
but
throwing great.
He's been throwing real good.
Your match against Josh was really entertaining.
Yeah, the first match was real long,
Yeah.
and then he came back in the championship, and we had another real long match, and I lost 21-19. Then we had like a decently long match for the double dip, and by the time I got to Cheyenne, I was just super exhausted.
Yeah, he's I like watching you two play because you guys basically play very similar
Yeah, very
style.
similar.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys are going high PPR, like no messing around, but you guys also throw an airmail fearlessly. So it was nice to watch two very similar styles go head to head.
Yeah, it was real fun playing against him for the first time. It was cool.
Oh, so those were your first times ever playing against him?
Yes, that's the first time I've ever played against
Okay.
him.
Well, I mean, you got a winning record against him, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anytime you walk away with that's pretty solid. So let me ask you, how good is Cheyenne Renner right now?
Yeah, she's playing like one of the best. Yes.
Well, where would you put her right now? Top what in singles, ranking wise?
Um, probably top two.
Oh, really? Okay, you go. Okay, yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
top 5, easy, but okay, top 2. Who would you go with number 1?
Probably Matt.
Matt. I mean, I know
His
he hasn't
PPRs
cracked
are,
through,
yeah,
but I
his
mean, it's
PPRs
just
Yeah.
are through the roof, man.
it's going to happen eventually. One of the questions that we had from Bud Wilson was, how do you calm your nerves and relax for a big shot? Like, do you have any set routines or anything like that?
Not exactly. I just take a deep breath and just think of it as another shot, and just try your best to hit
You
it.
just seem like a calm, cool, collected kid. Like, you just seem like kind of very even keel. Is that how you are all the time?
Excuse me, what'd you say?
You seem like you're just kind of even keel all the time. Is that how you are all the time?
Yeah, I don't get, like, playing for so long, you don't really get as nervous as what you are when you're like first starting out.
Okay.
So just practicing the shot, and it's just confidence basically.
I got you. Okay.
Just be confident that you can hit that shot.
Well, it just sounds to me like you block out like the importance of that one shot that you need to hit, and it's like you said, it's a same regular shot you've hit it a million times before. Just step up and do it again. And to kind of play off of that, I had a question from Amanda Rue, I believe it's pronounced. But she would just wanted to know, like, how do you stay focused during a match? It sounds to me like she's a newer player and it's her biggest struggle, but she's like, there's so much going around all the time. How do you focus on just the match itself when you step up to the boards?
Um, I basically just focus on the hole. I
You just
try
go
not to,
tunnel vision right toward that hole.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
just the
block
board
it
in
out.
general. Like, I don't really try to look what other people say or what else is going on around. I just try to focus on the board and the game that I'm playing right now.
Do you wear headphones?
No.
You don't wear headphones. Okay. All right. I like that. Bill Sanders has a really good question. I like. He said, when throwing, what is your focus point? Like example, like are you focusing on a spot on the board, the front of the hole, back of the hole, and does this change when you're shooting like a slide shot versus an airmail?
Um, yes, it does for me. Because my bag will cut to the left, so I try to aim more for the right of the board.
So are you looking at the hole though when you're throwing, or do you
Yeah.
like are you looking at a spot that you want to hit on the board?
Um, it honestly depends.
Okay.
Like open board, I'll look at the hole, but if I need to hit like go around a bag, then I'll look at the spot that I need to hit it at
Okay.
to go around or
Okay.
to push. Then I look at the bag,
So you said like open board, you're looking at the
the
hole.
hole.
Are you specifically staring at like the right side of that hole because you get that right to left? Like, do you try to
Um,
favor that side?
yeah, I try to try to get everything I can to throw it to the right of the hole to it go in.
And then Josh Allaire, you kind of answered this earlier, but I'm going to kind of branch off it. He said, if you weren't going pro in cornhole, what career path would or are you pursuing? Obviously, you're in accounting. What I want to know is this like cornhole professional? Like, is this dream job? Like, is this like if you could go pro and play cornhole for the rest of your life and make a living doing it? Is that the dream job right now?
Um, if I could, yes.
You don't
Okay.
have
Like
to pay anyone to handle your
it,
finances. You're good there.
I can play cornhole for a living and get paid, but I won't be upset if I can't make a career out of it.
But at the same time, I mean, you're on a trajectory right now where if you keep playing as well as you are, I mean, we're not very far off from that being a reality for the top 50 players in the league where you guys are all going to be making really good money playing cornhole.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's why I was interested to see like if it happened, like would you pursue that or you're like, no, I'm going to definitely go this one route and cornhole is just going to be secondary.
Um, if I can, yes, I will. I will try to make a career out of cornhole.
Cool.
I dig it.
Do you have any other questions on Facebook?
I don't actually.
Cool. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining us. We know you're a busy college kid and you got probably like maybe homework or something to do. Are you guys like on break or anything or?
No, we just started classes yesterday.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, see, that's the one thing I miss about college the most is like Christmas break
Yeah.
and spring break and
You
stuff
just
like
know
that.
that there's like a long pause on everything coming up.
I miss college so much.
Mm.
I would go back in a heartbeat and do college. I did, and I was in school. I was in college for 7 years. I would do all 7 years all over again.
Now he got his doctorate in that 7 years, right? He wasn't,
Van Wilder.
yeah,
playing.
Van Wilder it.
But still, like I would go back and do. I had probably too much fun in college.
We all did.
We had a lot of fun.
No, have some fun, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
All right, so we're gonna let everyone else go. We'll have you hang on just for a minute. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. Check out our show notes for all the sponsor information or link to Patreon page. Before we go, Noah, is there anyone you wanted to shout out first?
Um,
Any sponsors,
thank-
anything like that?
Shout out to Shot Kings for the amazing hat and everything else they do for me. Shout out to Ultra for having me play letting me play my game and letting me do the things I can do.
It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we'll have you hang on. We'll let everyone else go. But as always, we hope you throw it straight. And it's nothing but four baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.